The initial concept of the Carter Center came shortly after I left the White House. My first thought was that we would have a place here kind of like a miniature Camp David, where we could invite adversarial groups in here, or either I could go to their country to negotiate back and forth between people who were either at war or likely to go to war to promote peace.
A trusted pioneer of election observation, the Carter Center has helped strengthen transitions to democracy worldwide, sending teams of observers to assess the legitimacy of more than 67 national elections since 1989.
Election day in a country that has never had an election before is so exciting. I remember going to Liberia for an election after they had war. I went down the line asking them why they came out so early to vote, and the answer was peace. They wanted peace. It's enough to make you cry.
Basic human rights are essential for peace. Since his presidency, Jimmy Carter has worked quietly behind the scenes to obtain the release of political prisoners and others unjustly persecuted. Following his lead, the Carter Center has been a beacon of hope for human rights defenders who are speaking out so people can live in free and just societies.
Well, I grew up in a segregated South, and I saw the ravages of racial discrimination and violation of human rights. So when I became governor and president, I announced in my inaugural address that the time for racial discrimination was over in Georgia, and as president, that human rights would be a foundation stone of our entire foreign policy.
Building on the reputation of President Carter, who brokered the peace treaty between Israel and Egypt, the center has become a trusted mediator for peace. Serving as an alternative channel for dialogue, the center has negotiated new avenues for peace on 4 continents.
I negotiated with the North Koreans for about 24 hours, including Kim Il-sung, extensively. He finally accepted all of the propositions that I had brought to North Korea, to my surprise.
Led by former First Lady Rosalynn Carter, the world's premier advocate for people with mental illness, the center has created a corps of international journalists educated in the facts of mental illness. Their reporting is actively dispelling myths that have stigmatized millions.
One of the best things that's happened in my mental health work is that we began a program to educate journalists about mental health issues. And what's happening now is that other organizations are beginning to do the same thing.
Thanks to the center's work, 15 African nations have hope for a future without famine. Farmers have taught their neighbors to dramatically increase crop production, bringing the green revolution to Africa.
One person goes in and teaches the agriculture workers, and each agriculture worker will have, say, 15 farmers. We can double and often triple their food grain production the first year.
The center's work has created a village-based healthcare delivery network, preventing not just one disease, but several at the same time.
We have pioneered in addressing the so-called neglected diseases. These are diseases that most Americans have never heard mentioned.
Thanks to the leadership and persistence of the Carter Center, a horrible disease will soon be eradicated from the face of the earth.
In the case of guinea worm, we have now been to more than 23,600 villages where guinea worm existed to begin with, and we've taught all of these people how to address their problem.
Sometimes simple solutions yield tremendous results. In Ethiopia, where the center is working to prevent trachoma, the building of more than 300,000 latrines has led to a revolution, not only in disease control, but in women's rights.
In that culture, women couldn't go to the bathroom in the daytime. They couldn't be seen going to the bathroom. We thought they might build 10,000 latrines. Well, the women got so excited, they built 89,000 latrines.
For 25 years, the Carter Center's work has been inspired by the belief that all humans have a right to peaceful and healthy lives.
There's such a growing chasm between the rich nations on earth and the poor nations on earth that bridge is not easy to cross. And I think if the whole world, in the rich nations at least, knew about how worthy and competent the poverty-stricken people were, there would be an outpouring of additional contributions to alleviate that plight.
President Carter's lifelong commitment to putting principles into practice, resolving disputes peacefully, and strengthening basic human rights was acknowledged with the highest honor in 2002, the Nobel Peace Prize.
The Carter Center has developed into an organization that is trusted. People feel that the Carter Center is honest and that they really care about the people that they're working with.
We try to adhere to the basic principles of morality and honesty and integrity and peace and justice and respect for human rights.